everyone. It's Coach Vicki, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Optimal Life with Coach Vicki, taking charge of your life both personally and business and having fun along the way. Today, we're going to discuss a little bit about limited beliefs and what they are and how to overcome them. Limited beliefs there's a lot of different things for each person, what a limited belief is. And we're going to go share a few different techniques or thoughts on what it actually is and how to overcome it. I'm going to be sharing the screen with you in just a moment. Let me get that up and going for us. Do appreciate your patience. All right. So what is a limited belief and where do they come from? I want you to kind of just start thinking of that a little bit. Maybe get a paper and pen and start writing down what you think are limited beliefs and where they come from. Not exactly what yours are, just in general, what are limited beliefs for it? And I'd be surprised, a lot of people hear that terminology may be used, limited beliefs, but they're not sure what exactly it is. Until they're actually explained a little bit more what it is, sometimes they're surprised. So we're going to go into a little bit what limited beliefs are. Limited beliefs are those stories we tell ourselves, those things that we tell in our heads that we're not fully, that are holding us back, that negative talk on it, that self-sabotage that we do. It's that we can't do or we don't believe in ourselves on it. And they're usually something that we've grown up with, or we've been told over and over, or we believed all our lives or a good portion of our lives. And they may be true or they may not be. And most of the times there's maybe a piece of it that's the truth, but we've taken it and expanded it so much that it's not the truth as we should know it. We want to kind of now just start thinking of that, as we're going through this today. What are those things we say to ourselves in our heads that we would never say to somebody else, but we say to ourselves, that we self-sabotage ourselves from our success in our business, in our life, in our family, in our relationships, because of X, Y, and Z has always been this way, so it's going to be this way forever. And I'm here to tell you it's not, and it doesn't have to be that way forever. We have control of our thoughts and how to change them. The three top limited beliefs is I am not. And you can fill in the blank if you take your paper out and you can fill it in. I am not smart enough. I am not rich enough, pretty enough, worthy enough, whatever it may be. And it's something that we tell ourselves over and over. And in most of the times, all of these are done subconsciously. We don't even realize we're saying it to ourselves. And that was for me. When I started my transformational journey back in probably 2014, 15, when I found my faith, it was my self mechanism of defense was I would put myself down automatically. And I would just say it without even thinking. And that was because that's the way I thought everybody else thought. So I wanted to take control of the narrative first, till it was brought to my attention from some ladies in my Bible study that, why do you say that? And I'm like, say what? They say, you put yourself down. And I've done it so long that it just became a natural thing that I didn't even realize I was doing it anymore. Until I started to learn that I am worthy and I am good enough, I wouldn't be able to change this narrative. The other one is I don't have, or I don't know, and you can fill in the blank. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I don't know how to do this for it. I don't know where to start. All those excuses that we give ourselves. And the last one is I don't deserve. And this one, a lot of us fill in and we don't realize it, that we just don't feel inside of us that we deserve to be happy or to be loved or to have wealth or fun. Um, and it's a shame because we all deserve, God's designed us all to be the best we can be. We all deserve to be loved and have happiness. We all deserve to find that passion that's inside of us and bring it out. We all deserve to know what is out there and go after it. What I want us to try to do is how to break through. So we're going to kind of cover a few minutes on this, and then we're going to go into more in depth, is how to break free from those limited beliefs, those things that will stop us in our tracks. So what we want to do is when that thought, that limited belief pops into our head, that little thing when you're trying to do something, I can't do it, I want you to stop it. Say, in Jesus' name or in whatever, I'm just stopping that thought. Nothing else. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to replace that thought, whatever it may be, that I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, pretty enough, whatever, that I am designed for greatness. I can do it. And my next thing I want you to realize is an affirmation is a great tool, but an affirmation is just words. Unless you have the belief behind it, and whatever that belief is for you, for me it is God, but even just the belief in myself, that if you have that belief in you, and even if you know it's not true at this moment, but you have the belief that you can make it come true, those affirmations and those positive words have so much more meaning behind them. There's a quote that's on the screen here. Today is a good day to have a good day. To smile more, worry less, to be a very best version of you, to do more of what makes you happy every day, to be positive and regret nothing, to be humble and work hard. Energy throughout the day. I'm so sorry. May not be, but good to find something good in every day. I do this on that. Laugh, love, and live. Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, and remember you are awesome. Remember you are awesome, and you are designed for greatness. So I want you to start to really think of where you are and where you want to go. So on a piece of paper, start thinking, what would be your thing that you would want to say to yourself on it, or what would you say to somebody else who was thinking this? I think or sometimes we are the best to give others advice, but we don't give ourselves advice. So I want you to think, what would you say to somebody else who is thinking that they're not good enough or they can't do something? What version of what would you say to them? What kind of quote or would resonate? Would it be that I am designed for greatness, or I can do this, or you've got this, don't worry, take action, you're worth it, whatever it may be. But I want you to come up with something, and you could do what I've done, is I've taken my quote and I put it on my mirror in my bathroom. It's done in lipstick. I've got the high five handprint there with a smiley face. And my statement on my window mirror says, I got this. You can do it when you put your mind to it. Just take action. And that is our biggest thing. If you remember of everything I've already talked with you about, and if you haven't seen my episodes before, please go back and enjoy them, I hope, is whatever we want to do, is if we have to take the action steps that are needed to get it to go. We can have the great plans, we can have the great goals, we can have the great ideas, but if we don't take the action steps that are needed, that's all they are. their goals and plans and dreams and stuff. They're not what is going to change anything. So we want to really start thinking, what can we do to start making those changes? For it, having a coach, having a mentor, putting together a journal, setting time for you to realize that you can do something, you having that ability to realize that there's more to life, no matter what it may be for you. So I want you to really start to concentrate on some of those different aspects into what can be done and what you should be doing. So like we were saying, we want to start to think in the changing of that mindset, that small little step each day of action, that each time, and it may be 5 times a day, maybe 20 times a day, you have to stop, take a breath and say, wait a minute, that's not true. That's not where I am at. I'm designed for greatness. I can do this. I need to learn maybe what I need to learn. I need to take the actions that I need to take, but I got this on there. And let's take that courage and take that step forward and realize that you are worth it. So what kind of action steps do you want to take? If it is building a business on there, first, let's decide that you want to do this business, okay? We decided we want to do a business. First, you need to, in my belief, because I know I had to do the same journey, is I had to work on believing in me, that I had something to share with others, and believing that even if I wasn't perfect and I made little mess ups, I was still coming from a heart place that I wanted to share with somebody, to let them know they can do it also, to let them know that they've got somebody behind their back. And that's one of the things I love about coaching and mentoring and helping and be accountable coach for people, is that once we set up these systems and the action steps and the goals that you have, those are all great. But if you don't have that foundation, it's not going to work either. So you need that strong foundation of those ideas, and then those that accountability of that person to help build on that and build those bricks to that building, and which are your action steps. And each one you take is one more thing. And as you go through those and build on those action steps, you're knocking down those limited beliefs, one picket at a time, one part of that fence at a time, because you're knocking it down and building something else up at the same time, because you've got to knock it down and replace it with a positive action. So we're knocking down those limited beliefs of I'm not smart enough, to and adding a brick that I can take a course to learn this. I'm knocking down that limited belief that I'm not pretty enough, and putting a block on there that I am pretty. God made me the way I am. It's that type of actions is what we're going to be working on. As a coach, I've worked on knocking down a lot of fences and pickets in the fence, but there's a lot more. Life always throws more at you, but I've got the tools to then put that brick and build that back up for what I want it to be. So today I just wanted to kind of, it's a short little one, just to give you some information on how to take those beliefs that you think you've grown up with. Again, if it's a family belief, or somebody's always told you something, or you've just never been able to do something. I grew up in school. I was always in special classes for reading and writing. It wasn't my forte. It still is not my best forte. And I, though, let it stop me for years on doing a lot of things, because I figured I'm not smart enough to do that as a career, or smart enough to do that, apply for that job or whatever, because it says you had to be able to read and write really good and type of thing. It's not that I can't do it. At the level, though, I'm thinking they're wanting at, I wasn't good enough. So I never applied for a lot of things. And that came to fruition when I was asked to write a chapter in a book. I'm like, I don't know how to write. I don't do that type of thing. Until I got with a coach that helped me realize that those were just beliefs that was put into my head by somebody else, that you're in these special classes, so you're not smart enough, you're not going to go anywhere in life. To, I may need extra assistance, I may have to write the draft 20 times, but I still have a voice, I still have something to say, and I want to say it, and I have something to share, and I'm going to share it. So, and I liked it. It came, the book that we did became a, with 26 other authors, and it's a bestseller. If you're interested in one of the books, let me know. I do have copies, and I'll send you an signed autograph copy. But the point was, is I stepped out of that limited belief. I knocked it down, that picket on that fence, that I am not smart enough to write. And I put a blocking block that I needed to get a coach to work with me, but I had it in me. The story was in me. I just needed someone help to bring it out. And that's what the whole process of the journey is realizing that it is just a limited belief, meaning that it is not a permanent thing. It doesn't have to be that way. That's what the word limited means. It's not permanent. But if you don't knock it down, you give it roots, you give it foundations, you give it the permanence of it. When there's an opportunity to have someone, sometimes from the outside, looking in to realize you can knock it down and go for it and rebuild the way you want to build. So follow me on Facebook, message me. If you'd love to have a free little coaching session on what kind of limited breakthrough you can go through, that is it something that we would work together great with, let me know. And I'd happy to be, just to talk with you, no obligations. But I appreciate you watching my show. If you like it, please invite other people to also see and share with it. And I would love to just want to say, have a blessed and fun day, and you can do it. You go for it.